Hey guys, it is your girl, Reverend Goddess Soulflower Nula. Okay, today is 10/11, and I am doing this collective reading because today's Thursday. Oh no, I'm sorry, today's Wednesday. On Saturday, we have an eclipse coming, okay? The eclipse has been eclipsing, and some of the zodiac signs that I'm feeling called to speak to specifically are Pisces, Aries, and Gemini. Now, what does that mean? Just because you're not a Pisces, Aries, or a Gemini does not mean that these messages will not resonate with you. This just means that if you have those in your chart, you might have something here, okay? So backstory. I am your high priestess metaphysician and event curator and couples retreat curator. So, a couple of updates really quickly. Or slowly rather. On Tuesdays, you guys, I have open mic night in the city of Inglewood, California. Doors open at 9 p.m. Follow me on Instagram. All that beautiful information will be listed at the link in my bio, okay? As well as the description, because I'm posting this first on the YouTube. So check out the description for all that information. If you're following me on Instagram or Facebook, then you'll see this information in the details of the description box, okay? And also Fridays, y'all, are for the singles. Pop on in. Doors open at 9 p.m. as well. We're going till midnight for both events, y'all. There's speed dating. There's going to be sound healing or yoga depending on the day of the experience. And actually this month, y'all, not this coming Friday, but next Friday, we're aligning for the full moon, which is going to be in Libra. How amazing is that, okay? Because on this experience, not only are we going to be meeting with the Galactic Oracle, I Got Time, Miss Honeybee herself, but we're also going to be talking about alchemizing our masculine and feminine principles, which is so very important if you're single, okay? Because this is the key to tapping into your relationships. Not just your relationships outside of you, but the relationships with yourselves, okay? So pop your collars. Dress to impress. Please dress to impress. Try to outdress me. You can't. Okay? Because I love dressing. But please stay in cue with the color frequency. Okay? So on Tuesdays, we wear burgundy, red, or black to stay in alignment with the planet Mars. And on Friday, Venus Day, we stay in alignment with Venus by wearing our pinks, our greens, our aquas, and our blues. Okay? Or our aqua, like a mix of a cute little green, blue, giving teal, giving, okay? That's if you're in alignment with what it is that we're doing, okay? Lastly, but not least, and most importantly, we have officially moved into our new studio space, okay? So Hannah's Healing House is bringing you all your womb care to our new studio in Inglewood, California. What does this mean? You can book your womb Reiki sessions. You can book your yoni steam now. You can book your personal divination and one-on-one sessions with me in person again, y'all. I was doing everything virtually, and y'all be like, where can we pull up? Can I meet with you? No. It's always been a no. But now we can actually meet and connect physically. I love you too. We can actually meet physically and connect again in Inglewood, California, okay? So I am so excited about that. But with no further ado, y'all, with 3 minutes and 33 seconds in, I'm going to just get started with this collective reading, okay? Remember, this is a collective reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody. Please take from this story what fits. Don't try to make a story fit that is not yours. And remember, if you want to book a personal reading because you're like, hey girl, tap into my personal energy, tell me what this eclipse is giving for me, I can absolutely do that. Please just read the description box on how to book your next session with me. Send me a DM depending on which platform you're in, and I can reserve your space, okay? We're celebrating moving into our space by offering sessions at a very great rate, okay? And I'm not sharing them here. You'll have to inquire to receive that information, okay? Gods, goddesses, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, those that love, protect, and guide us, thank you so very much for allowing me to be a conduit of this energy, okay? As we're moving into this beautiful eclipse. That's eclipsing, by the way. I'm asking for any spirit messages that you have in relation to love, career, health, wealth, sustenance, well-being. Also, any messages from divine loved ones that are of a healthy and sane consciousness, you are welcome into the space as well. I'm covering myself in divine white light. And I'm covering the beautiful collective in divine white light. Thank you for all that has happened. Thank you for all that is currently happening. And thank you for what will happen in the future. Amen. Ashe. All praises. Shalom. Okay, let's get into it. All these cards is jump in, jump in. Okay, the song I just dropped in is Ladies, Leave Your Man at Home. The club is full of ballers and their pockets full of grown. Okay, so for somebody, this could be a vibration of y'all is out here partying. And I'm just going to tell you right now, this eclipse is not promoting that. Stay inside. This weekend, cancel them plans, y'all. Go inside. And not only do I mean just go inside and stay inside of your home, I mean go inside. Some of you tap your heart with me right now if this resonates with me and tell me what comes up for you. Not only if you feel physical pain do you need to tap into what's going on inside, but if you tap your heart and you feel softer, you feel like you're softening or you feel like you're hardening, whatever you feel, pay attention to that. This is the time for you to go home to yourself, to find your way back home to you. That's what this time is. So if y'all set an intention to get outside, aside from Friday, Saturday, y'all should be inside. Sunday, y'all should be inside. Even those of you who participate in like some sort of spiritual center, I do. Okay, I do. You should attend virtually if that's an option, okay? That's going to be most important. Whew. Okay, it is almost midnight here where I'm at, y'all. So, and I don't drink coffee. My energy is not low, but it's just definitely time to rest. But anyway, so yes, please do yourselves a favor and don't be trying to be outside. If that's the song, especially if y'all looking for somebody, because what I'm hearing is some of y'all's outside looking for somebody and you're going to just find exactly what you're looking for and it's not going to be what you thought you was looking for. So stay inside and do your internal work. Y'all be wondering how people up level so much on the outside, but y'all not understanding the work that it takes for them internally to access those levels. Like it's levels to this. And God, source, universe, whatever, you can use those words interchangeably, especially when you're with me, okay? Is not going to give you something that you are not ready for, because we all know if we're giving something prematurely, if we're giving something that we are not yet ready for, we're not going to appreciate it. We're going to lose it. We're going to sabotage. We're going to damage. We're going to mistreat it. We're not going to value it. We're not going to see its purpose and its intentionality in our lives, okay? And that can be detrimental to your journey. Putting too much on you at one time can be detrimental to your journey, to your mental health, to your spiritual health, okay? So it's levels to this. So this weekend, there's a huge call and command from the angels, from the guides, if you will, to nestle down and get into your heart space. Find out what's there. Figure out what needs to be pulled out and extracted, y'all. I just, at my open mic night yesterday, I just extracted something that was sitting there since January of 22. And I don't mean sitting there holding me back, but it was inside of my heart space still. I hadn't freed myself from that memory. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Just like muscles hold memory, your cells hold memory. You think that your body is not holding that sexual abuse inside of your womb space, right? That assault, right? You thinking that your mind is not holding all that trauma from being told that you ain't shit or shut up and stay in a child's place, and when you become that adult, you still don't know how to do anything besides stay in a child's place, and now you're a grown-ass adult and your voice still ain't giving what your voice is supposed to give because you're not comfortable with that. So that's the vibration. Everything holds memory. Your body's holding memory. So you have to take the appropriate time to get inside. We can't spend so much time outside. Somebody hardworking. You can't spend so much time outside that you forget that you are so important inside. Okay. And I don't just mean sitting up writing in your journal every day. I don't mean sitting outside listening to other people's guided meditation all day. All of that stuff is beautiful and it helps. It adds an accent to your journey. But the fact of the matter is you're on an individual journey and there's individual work that you have to get into, and it's not always going to be pretty. Y'all be thinking when things external fall apart that it has everything to do with outside forces. And honestly, as within, so without. The things outside of you are going to fall apart when the things inside of you are falling apart. It's giving all the things need attention, okay? That's what this eclipse season is giving. All the things in your world need attention. All of the experiences in your world need attention. Your organs might need attention. For somebody, I'm hearing your kidney and your liver. I'm also hearing your lungs. So for somebody, if you're smoking, not breathing correctly, like some of us don't breathe. You know what I'm saying? I just had a goddess who had a session. I had a goddess who had a session with the healer at my event. And she said, I just found out that I don't breathe. I said, wow. So powerful, because you don't know, I'm speaking as an African American woman, black woman, and this is another black woman. You don't understand how much we're always in a state of being. You feel me? I haven't breathed yet. I haven't taken a breath yet. I haven't exhaled yet. Do you understand how important it is for us to remember? I just did. But do you understand how important it is for us to remember how to breathe? The opposite of breath, y'all, is okay. So if we're not breathing, what are we doing? We're not here. We're not here in this earth plane. And then we still fail to remember how important the breath is. You think when someone tells you practice breath work or we practice yoga, that we're telling you to be demonic, that we're giving something that we're not giving. And all this is connectivity tools. These are tools to help you connect deeper to yourself. That's very simple. That's literally all that stuff is, okay? And y'all get so turned off by the outside sources. Y'all get so turned off by what people have told you to practice and believe in. Even if you've seen certain things happen in whatever it is that you practice. Now the yawns are coming up. I'm sure you know that you don't have it all. I'm sure you know that there's still more for you to achieve, okay? So this is the download before we get into the reading. Spend some time with yourself. Spend some time assessing where you truly are. Spend some time assessing your healing, the lack thereof, okay, for some of us. Because some of you have to understand, you can vibrate up to certain frequencies with certain people. But unless you're truly doing the inner work to show up as your greatest version, you will vibrate out of that frequency just as fast as you vibrated up to it. Some of you were only allowed to vibrate up to that frequency to see the possibility. Ashe? Some of you were only vibrating up to that frequency to see what you are capable of if you get into your healing bag, your individual healing bag, because your healing doesn't look like their healing, doesn't look like my healing, doesn't look like their healing. Everybody's healing is going to be different. Yet and still, we have to take a journey of healing in order to see better external. So if your external is flipping and tripping and dipping and taking you on a roller coaster wave, that's because we need to get inside of what's going on inside, okay? Ooh. And it's also giving a vibration of rest, okay? Like I said, I don't be yawning up until I jump on these lives, y'all. Every time I get ready to jump on a live or I get ready to do one of these readings, I get like drained because it's a lot of energy. It's being a channel, being a psychic medium, having the anointing that I have, using the gifts that I am able to use and utilize to be helpful for myself and others, y'all. It's energy. It's a lot of energy, okay? So we're going to get into it. On the board, y'all, I have Capricorn. I love you too. I have Capricorn. Let's see. I have water energy coming up and I have air energy coming up most active, okay? So water energy is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, which y'all heard me say Pisces. And then air is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, which y'all did hear me say Gemini. Only thing I said that's different was Aries. I didn't have an Aries card come up, but I do feel like Aries, Pisces, and Gemini, I have a message for you, okay? So we got the Devil with the Two of Pentacles. Some of you had to make a decision. And it's giving congratulations. Okay, I immediately got excited. There's something that just jolted in and it was just like celebrate yourself. Because you had to make a decision to cut out some toxic energy, some toxic behaviors, or possibly a toxic person and or pattern. This eclipse season is giving you an opportunity to cut out cycles and people that don't serve you. And for some of you, it is a partner. Some of you have been holding on to a partner that is extremely toxic. And you know it though. Like, I'm not telling you nothing you don't know. God, I'm not telling you nothing God hasn't already told you. Some of you have prayed about it, you've gotten answers, and you still keep trying to make something work that God has already told you is not going to work. This could go for somebody who's married. I don't care. This could go for somebody who's in a long-term relationship. I don't care. This is just if it resonates with you. And so this eclipse season is saying, okay, final straw. I'm going to give you one more opportunity to do this on your own before I come and rip the rug up from under you. Some of you, if you don't make it past this eclipse season with making the decision that you know you need to make as it relates to this partner, something is going to come up and gets giving third party situation. Somebody's going to find out that they've been cheated on and or possibly somebody had a baby outside of the union. And that's going to be the final straw. But that is also a long time coming. You've already known to shift and move, and you have not yet shifted and moved, okay? And so now it's like, now will you shift and move? This is giving marriage. 10 of Cups is definitely giving marriage. Somebody's probably been married or connected to somebody for 10 years. Or 10 is also symbolic. 10 is also symbolic of the end of a cycle that doesn't serve you. So somebody, this is why I'm congratulating you. You've reached the end of this cycle where you're like, you know what? I'm at the end of this cycle. I'm no longer going to tolerate what has been experienced. I'm not going to wait for another clue. A blues clue? What are you waiting for? A blues clue? We're not going to wait for another blues clue to pop up before we make a move. We're going to make a move because we know it's the right thing to do. And again, marriage is of the heart. It's of the soul. Yes, we sometimes like those contracts and those papers, the contracts and the agreements with the government, and it looks a certain way and feels a certain way and all that. But I've known some people, some clients, I've worked with them personally, and I myself have established relationships and partnerships with beings that I'm not legally married to, but you couldn't tell me that I'm not married to them in the spirit realm, and that our experience and our dance together is not bliss, and it's not of a soul connection, right? And again, this is not to be confused with that soulmate twin flame stuff, because some of that is very manipulative. Some people use those titles to manipulate you. Some people use the frequency of that energy to keep you bound to cycles that don't serve you. Am I saying they don't exist? Absolutely not. But I'm saying you need to know where you are within those cycles and within the guidelines of your soul's journey, okay? So some of you are making your way out of this cycle, and I feel like you're prioritizing your work right now, which is why you're being celebrated. Somebody is coming from the Two of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. Where there was imbalance, you about to be sitting on your throne, baby. And all it took was you clearing out this cycle that didn't serve you. All it took was you moving out this cycle that no longer served you so that you could move into your divinity. Animals are going to be important to you. I'm hearing cats or rabbits, animal medicine, somebody specifically a rabbit. See if rabbit medicine matters to you, or if rabbit medicine does something for you, okay? Because it could be very potent in this time. But again, like I said, it's giving some sort of union. Somebody is also manifesting a union that's going to feel good for them. And this is coming after they potentially, for somebody, for a group of y'all, or for one person, this new relationship is coming after the end of a cycle that doesn't serve you. Here's the thing. Y'all be caught up in cycles with these men and these women just to say that you have a man or you have a woman. How low vibing, let's just keep it real, right? We're going to keep it a buck. How low vibing must we be in order to be in these situations that we know are not conducive or taking us where we need to go on a vibrational path just to say we got somebody? You know what I'm saying? And if you've already, like, that's a different story for another time. We can talk about that another time, but y'all feel what I'm saying. Like, it's not enough just to have somebody. Some of you have a higher calling. Do you hear me? Some of y'all want to stay stuck. Okay, dare I say stuck? Forgive me if it hurts your feelings, but a hit dog will holler. Some of y'all want to stay stuck. Some of y'all want to stay at a lower frequency, at a lower vibration. You love it there. And that's okay. Some of y'all enjoy the sympathy and the empathy that you get from being in that lower vibration, but you can't pull the wool over the divine's eyes. You can't trick the divine. You hear what I'm saying? Because the divine knows all. You were created. You were created. You didn't create yourself. Okay? And so therefore, you can play the fool and play the role and all this stuff outside of you. But the truth is, oh, they don't even want this message to come out. The throat's getting... But somebody needs to hear this. The truth is the divine knows what's going on with you. And some people can see your bullshit as well. Some people see exactly what's going on with you, so you can't even fool them. But that's another story for another time. So for some of you, you're celebrating this newness. You're celebrating this new beginning. Because you separated from a toxic relationship, some of you separated from alcohol. Amen, ashe, all praises. Some of you separated from tobacco. Maybe it was cannabis. Amen, ashe, all praises. I'll talk about my personal journey with both of those a little bit later. But yeah, y'all, I've been damn near cannabis free. And I feel alive. I feel like I'm making the right decision for me at this point in my journey, and I embrace different aspects of my journey. The thing is, I'm water and I'm very fluid, but you know, cannabis was something that I started in a very traumatic state, and even though I've used it to be on a wellness journey, I haven't always. Sometimes I used it just to remain stuck. Sometimes I used it because it coaxed the space that I was in and allowed me to be comfortable in that space. Y'all, people got sensitive on my Instagram when I started saying some of y'all are in your late lazy girl era and your lazy daddy era, because you won't stop smoking. Y'all got sensitive about that, and that's the truth. Some of y'all are so stuck in your lazy girl and lazy daddy era that you don't even realize that you stuck. You don't even realize you're in the same cycle of not doing anything. Let me just tell you something. Cyrese, stop. If I meet you and connect with you, not me specifically, I'm just saying in general, if somebody meets you and connects with you there, yeah, we'll say somebody, and you're doing and saying and talking about the same thing that you've been doing and saying and talking about a year from now, something's up. If there's no improvement to the quality of your life a year from now, something's up. If there's no improvement to the quality of your relationships in that a year from, something's up, okay? Because we are steadily on a journey of evolution. We are steadily on a journey of evolving. I had a dream the other night, and I was thinking of somebody that I knew. This person used to be like a real hellion, okay? And when I say hellion, I mean just like always in chaos, drama, argumentative. It was a woman, just so all the other thing, and then randomly out of nowhere she changed. And I would say randomly out of nowhere. I don't know what work the woman was doing or was not doing. That's not my business. But I was able to witness this person go from like this vibration of like, okay, to softer, more feminine, and I could resonate with her frequency a little bit better. And it was just, it was beautiful. It was beautiful to witness. And this was over like a 7-8 year journey. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you know people, when they're in that lower vibration, it's really hard for you to see them in a different light. Not me, because I've journeyed from that, and so I definitely see and appreciate anybody doing the work to show up as their greatest version. But sometimes it's hard for people who are not doing the work to be a better version to appreciate people that are doing the work to be a better version, because intimidation comes in, jealousy comes in, all types of shit. And we ain't gonna get into that either, but y'all feel what I'm saying when I'm saying what I'm saying, right? Ashe, amen. Okay, let's keep going. So because you allowed yourself to close out these cycles that don't serve you, some of you were a tyrant. I just heard that. Some of you were a tyrant. You were in this tyrant energy. You allowed yourself to evolve, and you focused on your bag. It's definitely giving somebody was focused on their bag. And because you were focused on your bag and how you balance your giving with your receiving, I'm also hearing Spirit is going to make it okay for you. And when I say okay, 22 minutes and 22 seconds were right there when I said that. That could resonate with somebody. 2222. Or you've been seeing a variation of twos, or two might mean something to you, whatever. You're now about to be amplified. Your energy is about to be doubled. The work that you've done is about to be doubled. This is why I'm telling some of y'all, you need to do that internal work. Stop sitting up just thinking that it's as simple as mirror affirmations, or trying to copy what somebody else is doing, or trying to figure out your life through somebody else's life. Like, y'all got to do your own individual work. You have to do your work. Your outside life is a reflection of the work that you are or are not doing. Period. And everybody's gonna know, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna know. And I'm not saying that good things don't happen to bad people, but if you notice, which is something for another time, things that happen to people that are not good don't last long, y'all. And even if they do last extended periods of time, other areas start slipping. I.e., I've witnessed people who were so focused on monies and retrieving monies and didn't no matter, still hell water, they'll scam whatever the hell to get the money. Health starts deteriorating. Okay, some of them have even transitioned, and when you transition, you know the story. You ain't taking all that money and all the material items with you. All you'll have is your spiritual wealth. So what are you doing to fill up your spiritual bank? The same way you're filling up that bank account, are you filling up that spiritual bank is what it's given. Okay, so some of you have. And so back to highlighting you all, because I'm proud of you. I know the work that it takes to get out of your lower nature and into your higher nature. I know the work that it takes for you to show up as your greatest version, even when it's hard. I know how it feels to have to cut people off who don't resonate with you energetically, and then have them feel some type of way about the cutoff, when it's like, no, I'm not cutting you off. It's not personal. It's spiritual. I'm going somewhere that you're obviously not going. I'm doing something that you're obviously not committed to doing. It's okay. I'm not knocking you. I'm not against you. But sometimes for the person that's evolving, that hurts. I understand that. And so I'm sending love to you because you are moving, you are evolving, you are changing, you're transforming. Spirit is saying be gentle with yourself. Speak life over you. You got the Ace of Swords energy surrounding you now and the devil. So what I am going to say is some of you are being tempted to go back to the things that you've evolved from, be it low vibrational relationships and friendships, could be some of those toxic patterns and habits that we talked about, bad eating habits, smoking, drinking, being promiscuous. I just posted something on my Facebook, I believe it is. And I shared that I believe men and women, and both of you, at some point in time, should take a vow of celibacy. I don't even care if you're in a marriage. Y'all, I was married and I used to take vows of consecrating my womb, even through a marriage. And some of y'all ain't ever been married. And that's a goal for a lot of people. So what I'm trying to tell you is if that's a goal for you, if you're deciding to be married and you want to go on a track of marriage and you know that you've had a messed up sexual past or you've allowed lower vibrational entities into your womb space, that's what you're going to need to do. You're going to need to pause on that and you're going to need to be intentional. It's not just enough for you to pause with that sexual energy. You need to be intentional about your healing. Book your session with me if you're in the Los Angeles area, okay? So we can tap into your womb work. Click the link in my bio at Rev Soulflower Metaphysician so that we can book your womb wellness consultation and we can talk about the services that best fit you. I don't work with everybody and my services are not for everybody. My work is not for everybody and I don't claim for it to be for everybody, nor do I claim to have all the answers, but I have acquired some skill. I have acquired some tools and I definitely have an anointing, a very powerful anointing and crown, because I'm a priestess that I don't take for granted. So I can support you if that's something you're open to, okay? But some of you need to quiet your womb space. You're out here popping and you've not quieted your womb space, or you spent a lot of time out here popping, being side pieces and letting folks do what they want to do all up in you and on you, and you wonder why your life is chaotic. You wonder why you're getting negative energy and negative responses. You wonder why you don't have quality friendships. You got people around you, but nothing is quality. Nobody's edifying you. Nobody's speaking life into you. Nobody's challenging you to do better, challenging you to be better. I had somebody reach out to me, y'all. I don't even want to make it too personal, but I had somebody reach out to me that, long story short, when they reached out to me, I knew instantly what it is that they needed. I'm a psychic medium. You don't really have to tell me what you need for me to know what you need, because God's going to tell me what you need, because I listen to God. Every day at 6 a.m., my alarm goes off. I commune with God. This is before my day starts. This is before y'all get to talking to me, before my son gets to talking to me, before my daughter gets to talking to me, before anybody talks to me, I'm talking to God. And this is not including my dream space, because when I'm in my dream space, I'm also talking to God. I'm also very active and aware and doing beautiful work when I'm in my dream space. This person popped up into my cipher and I let them know, like, hey, at the end of the day, I already know what you need. You let me know when you're ready. Other than that, like, no, I'm not trying to come kick it and smoke with you. I don't smoke. And even if I did, like, what type of person, you want to come smoke a blunt, or you want to, no, not interested. I know what you need, and you don't need me to come smoke a blunt with you. You need me to tell you something that ain't nobody out here telling you. And I love you enough to tell you, but you need to be open enough to receive it. So long story short, we start communicating, and they start sharing with me about a past situation that they've been in where they were physically abused. Now, I don't condone physical abuse in no way, shape, form, or fashion. I don't support people abusing anybody. I've been abused. I was in situations where I was abusing because of that trauma, that reflection or whatever. And I'm not for it, okay? I'm not for it in any kind of way. And I'm sending health and healing and peace to anybody who's experienced any form of abuse, physical, emotional, spiritual, okay? Once this person dropped that on me, it triggered something in me. I was like, okay, I've had it up to here. I've been talking to you for X amount of time. I've told you what we can do to get you on track. You've not yet asked about getting you on track, and now you're dropping this on me like you want me to create safe space to help you. So not only am I going to create safe space to help you, but I'm going to start talking to you about the solution. Baby, let me tell you, I dropped the solution on the brother, and I told the brother what he needed to do and how he needed to consider that it's not anything outside of him that made that situation what it was, but everything inside of him, right? And example, I'm going to tell you, if people outside of you, and it's just personal. First of all, it's just personal. So let me highlight that. This is a personal experience, y'all. I talk from the divine. I channel information and all that. Yes, I do. But I also share a lot of personal experience with y'all because that's important too. I want y'all to understand I've traveled through some shit. I've journeyed through some shit. I don't just for nothing. I don't just pop out like this for nothing. I don't just give all this advice for nothing. I don't just look like this for nothing. I look like this because I have something. I have some tools. Okay. I said, if people outside of us are abusing us, we must consider the ways of which we abuse ourselves. Again, this is not condoning, but somebody that's coming from a space of not ready, that's all I'm going to say without going too deep, not ready, they took that as offense. They took that as a direct attack or possibly me condoning somebody putting their hands on them. Instead of saying, you know what, you're right. I said, let's consider the ways we abuse ourselves. Do we take care of ourselves? Do we work out? Do we honor our body? Are we conscious of what we're putting into our body? Some of y'all don't really want the help. You know what I'm saying? This is fast forward, getting out of that energy. Some people don't really want the help that they say that they want. They just want sympathy. They just want to drain you of your energy. They want to drain you of your light, and they don't wish to evolve. They want to stay stuck right where they are, because the moment you challenge them and you give them the red carpet, baby, the red carpet treatment, okay, on how they can access their next level based on whatever. No ego, all God. Boom, doors shut. Door shut. Do I feel some type of way about it? No. Move out the way. I told you what you needed to hear. One day you're going to go back and revisit that and you'll be well on your way, or you won't. It's not in my hands, because God told me. Y'all better believe before I say anything to any of y'all, I ask God if that's the right thing to do. I ask God if it's the right thing to talk to y'all. I ask God if this is the right thing to say. I don't question it, because whatever comes from me is coming from me, but you better believe it's coming from the source, okay? Sometimes I do tap into my ego. I do tap into my animalistic nature, and I'm aware of that part of me. And when I'm in that energy, I can set the proper container, which is what I teach my clients to do. Set the proper container. My ego needs to talk. My animal needs to feel seen. My inner child needs some support right now. Whatever angle you're coming from, I'm a grown ass goddess, and I'm capable of emphasizing that energy. But when I'm giving y'all wellness, that's coming from the divine. That's straight coming from the divine, because I don't know how I know all y'all shit. It's not really my business. I don't really want to be in y'all business. Let me just keep it honest. But Spirit drops it on me like that because it's important. It's important for God to have vessels that God trusts to deliver God's messages, because some of y'all won't believe in God before you see God. Y'all got to see it with your eyes. You got to see somebody. You got to see something. You got to see a miracle. You got to see somebody be brought back from the dead. I don't mean dead physically. I mean dead spiritually, dead emotionally, dead physically. Maybe not physically, dead like in a grave dead, but you know what I mean? Like dead eating, dead speaking, dead thinking, dead. You got to see that in order for you to believe in God. And so God trusts certain people to guide those people to God. Y'all hear me reference God all the time. I give all the glory to God. I give everything to God. Goddess energy aligned straight up, because this is not me. I wouldn't be half the goddess that I am if it wasn't for God's energy. If it wasn't for this divinity trusting me. If it wasn't for me trusting me. So I want to give thanks to me for trusting me. Okay? But all this to say, y'all got to be aware of people who are energetic vampires. Y'all got to be aware of people who say they want certain things and they really don't. Watch their patterns. Watch how they move. Do y'all even get enough sunlight? Y'all don't even get enough sunlight out here. Y'all need minimally 15 minutes of sun a day. Y'all don't even get enough sunlight. Okay, how do you expect whatever comes to you or from you to be divine, and you're not even out there with the divine elements? Y'all not walking. Y'all not being around people that have higher vibrational conversations. Y'all not eating colorful foods. Y'all still stuck in your habits and your patterns and coaxing yourself and telling yourself it's okay. This eclipse season is about to shake y'all up. I'm just telling y'all, I'm giving y'all it the way they're giving it to me to give to y'all, because this is going to be a shake-up season. This is a rude awakening, and sometimes we need that. We need that rude awakening in order to wake the fuck up. When I was experiencing the abuse that I experienced, I could not stop. Once I've got in hindsight, because sometimes we can't do it when we in the zone, okay? But if you give me a minute, right? I couldn't stop thinking of all the ways of which I abused myself, which is the reason why this abuse was popping up in my world. This abandonment was popping up in my world. I was abandoning me. All these people who were disloyal were popping up in my world. Flaky. 1 minute one way, the next minute the one way. Because I was that way towards me. Once my commitment to me shifted, once my vibration and my heart for me shifted, y'all, all that shit shifted. And it's going to always shift. Everything is going to always shift. Nothing stays the same. Seasons change. People change. You can change. Okay. So this is what Spirit is saying. Y'all are being initiated with this eclipse to trust your change, to trust your path. Just because they knew you to be who they knew you to be, you don't mean you have to keep writing that story for yourself. Just because you so comfortable with the big group of friends that you've had and they all mean something to you, they're keeping you stuck, baby. They're keeping you at a low vibration. They're keeping you confused. Your diet is keeping you confused. The people that you spend the most time with are confused. Therefore, birds, baby, what they say? Birds of a feather. Go on and finish that in the comments. I'm not even going to finish that. Y'all finish that. And if you agree with me, just drop an amen. Drop a heart. Drop a star. Drop some emoji that feels like that you align with, that feels most true to you, that shows you believe, that you hear. Because I ain't speaking nothing but the truth. I ain't asking. I'm just telling you I'm going to stand with you when you stand with yourself. Okay? Amen? Okay? Now, remember not to go backwards. Remember not to go backwards with this devil energy surrounding you and this ace of swords coming up. Also this 10 of swords. Remember not to go backwards. Remember not to go backwards. It doesn't matter who pops up from the past. Hey, girl, I knew you back when girl, remember we had this? Oh, girl, remember I got an inbox the other day. Somebody was trying to remind me of the person I was before. And I just I alchemized it straight up. Thank you for reminding me how far I've come. I don't know if you're using that to remind me who I used to be, if you're using that just to show me a picture or link us back together. But thank you for showing me how far I have come. Is what I did, is what I remembered. I've come so far. I look at who I was 10 years ago and I look at who I am now. I'm a total different person. Some of y'all can't say that same shit. Period. Some of y'all can't. The person you were 10 years ago, you're looking at yourself. You're looking at the same exact thing right now. Go hop in the mirror. You're looking at the same person that you were 10 years ago right now. Maybe your physical environment has changed. You feel me? Maybe your physical body has changed. Some of y'all's your physical environment and your physical body hasn't even changed. But we ain't going to talk about that. But y'all have not changed. So remember, you're on a journey of evolution. And evolution is like the caterpillar. Don't you think that caterpillar is scared as hell when it has to go wrap itself in that cocoon? It doesn't know what's on the other side. It's scared. It knows that it's a part of its reintegration process, regeneration process to wrap itself inside of this cocoon. It doesn't know that once it emerges from that cocoon, it's going to be a butterfly. The surrender it has to have to wrap itself in that process of healing, to wrap itself in that process of stillness, to wrap itself in that process of pause, to then emerge as that butterfly that can fly, no longer on the ground, sleeking and sliding and slurring, but can now fly. And not only can it fly, but it's taken on gazillions of colors. It's beautiful. It's vibrant. You know what I'm saying? It gets more glory in that space. Some of you are ready to receive more glory. And I don't mean take it how it resonates. Okay? But some of you are ready to receive more glory, but you comfortable sliding on the ground. You comfortable on the ground with everything on the ground, with everyone on the ground. God says, I want you to fly. Can you fly? Are you ready to fly? And y'all like, no, I'm not ready to fly. All my people back here, we on the ground with it. Okay. God can't force you. God can shake some shit up in your world and encourage you to move forward and to not go backwards. But if you stay there, you don't know what's on the other side. Some of y'all don't even know that you can't even envision how great it is on the other side for you. Because you don't know. You have a little idea of what's coming up, but you don't know what's coming up. You really don't know what's coming up because you have to surrender. You got to get into your cocoon. Let this eclipse season take you into your cocoon. Find out what's inside of you. So then when you reemerge, baby, you can fly and you'll be treasured and you'll catch the glory. You catch a different audience when you're on the ground as opposed to when you're in the air. Ashe? Ashe? And I'm not saying that things on the ground aren't cool. Sometimes we like spiders and ants and all parts. You know what I'm saying? But that eagle, okay? That airplane, okay? That butterfly, okay, that bird, okay, you know, that's a little bit different. It's giving a little bit different. It's giving a different energy. Everything is needed. Both the ground and the air elements, animals are needed, but you catch a different vibe when you're in the air and folks got to look up. Some of you are people that people look up to. Some of you are people that God sent out here, that God specifically put here to be beacons of light. And you so comfortable at the bottom. You just so comfortable at the bottom. You just so happy not being a guide. You just so happy fitting in. You so happy that you got people that like you. Some of y'all need to get the hell over being liked. Being liked is not why you're here. You're not here to be liked. It doesn't matter who likes you, who doesn't like you. Some of y'all don't even like yourselves. Can we start there? Do you like you? When you look in the mirror, are you happy with what you see? No wonder. Okay, another story. We're going somewhere else. Now, coming back to this reading, because I love y'all, and I don't mean this to hurt anybody's feelings. This is entertainment, okay? This is only for entertainment purposes, okay? And I cannot tell you to allow this to substitute any medical help that you need. If you need medical help, go on and get that, okay? This is not a substitute for medical support, okay? Now, Ace of Swords with this Five of Cups. Some of y'all need to get over your past. Some of you have, number 3 could be important. It could be 3 people. Some of you need to get over the fact that the 3 is about to become the 2. It's about to be 2 of you. It's not about to be 3 of you. And some of you know it, and that's why you're in your black already. You're wearing your black already. You already know it's about to be 2 of you. You know it's not about to be 3 of you. You know it's about to be 2. Some of y'all going to be moving. I hear a vacation coming up, possibly New York, or I'm hearing San Francisco, or I hear somebody might be taking a trip there, some sort of solo trip. While on this trip, somebody might potentially meet a partner. I don't care if you're polyamorous or monogamous. That doesn't matter. I don't care if you're already partnered. I want y'all to understand partnership is 2 people agreeing to be partners on something. I'm agreeing to edify you mentally. You're agreeing to edify me mentally. I'm agreeing to edify you financially. You're agreeing to edify me financially. I'm agreeing to edify you spiritually and emotionally, and vice versa. Whatever that is for you, that's what true partnership is. Y'all let Western society tell you too much what partnership is, and that's why all these marriages are failing. That's why nobody's getting married anymore. Also, nobody's getting married anymore because you women are making it too easy. You're making it too easy to have access to you and your divinity because you're not aware of your divinity. So you're making it and you won't get married. The likelihood of you leveling up out of that lower vibrational frequency of I don't know who I am, I'm just is not very likely. Okay, but once you step out of that and you truly step into your power and you truly step into your ability to honor who you are as a vessel, who you are as a divine being, able to alchemize your life. Some of y'all came from shit and you made it sugar. And when people look at you, they see sugar. They don't even know, they can't even imagine all this 10 of Swords energy, all of this shit that you've been through. Every time you start talking about this, they like, ain't no way. Ain't no way this person, ain't no way. Ain't no way, ain't no way, ain't no way. And that's because you don't look, amen, Ashe. I'm going to just, amen, Ashe. Some of y'all don't look like what you've been through. You remember when I said y'all beacons of light? The beacons of light aren't supposed to look like what they've been through. Why y'all think because people go through shit, they're supposed to look like it? Huh? Why? Because people are dealing with financial, imbalances. They should look like they're financially imbalanced. That's not everybody's story. That may be somebody's story, but that's not everybody's story, okay? Some people are just growing. They're visiting spaces to learn a lesson. They're visiting. They haven't set up permanent residency. They're just visiting. Y'all need to understand that, okay? Boom. Now, y'all gonna take this trip. Once I feel like this is also energy, like I said earlier, somebody might find out about a third party situation, which ends a family tie. And then some of y'all going into a same sex relationship, okay? This could involve children. Somebody already has a child, or maybe you have 2 children, or maybe y'all gonna come together and have 1 child together. This could also be interracial. This could be a same sex, but what's different is there's an interracial kind of thing. So somebody might be connected to somebody that is, I don't know, you might be black, African American, whatever, and they could be white, they could be Mexican, they could be Irish, they could be whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. That's what it's giving. It's giving a vibration of there's going to be a mix there. Or this could be you're going to be exploring partnership to a different degree. You're going to understand that partnership is just not somebody who can lay up with you and every now and again rub your feet. Period. Partnership is going to be a little bit more for you. And this is what I have a client right now, a client and his wife that I'm coaching, and I'm helping them remember that partnership evolves. What you married this person for X amount of years ago is not going to be the same things about them that you are going to hold on to now 6 years later. Yeah, you still might like certain characteristics and certain traits about them, but your desires will change and evolve. Your need from them will change and evolve. And the problem is y'all not talking about it. Y'all not talking about what it is that you need. And y'all need to be more about what it is that you need, damn sure, before you expect somebody outside of you to do it, okay? So right now, the best thing that you can focus on is balancing your masculine and your feminine principles. Hierophant energy, this is Pisces. Pisces came up too. And Queen of Cups, which usually gives Cancer and the world, okay? So right now you need to focus on your dreams. Balance your masculine and feminine energies. Expect miracles right now. Miracles in relation to your finances. Miracles in relation to your love life. In relation to your family for some of you. In relation to your mental health for some of you. And miracles in relation to you cutting out toxic cycles and habits and patterns. Because some of y'all can't sit at the frequencies that you want to sit at because you're too toxic. Let's just keep it real. And it's okay. But once you know, you got to do better. Yes, some of y'all are moving into the high priestess energy. Y'all moving out of this pain and this agony. You're getting emotional intelligence. This is a special shout out for women, because women are known to be more emotional than men. Sometimes I don't like when we say that, because men are emotional too. And I had a beautiful conversation with a guy at my last Soul Unity speed dating experience Friday, and we talked about that. We talked about how the expectation of women being so feeble and just emotional, and how men are taught to have this strong energy of, I'm not emotional, I can't cry, I just have to be. And the truth of the matter is, men do have sad days. Men do have days when they need to be held, when they need to be cradled, when they need to be spoken life into. They do. Okay, and I'm not talking about that. That's a very different topic from what I'm saying. I'm saying the emotional intelligence piece, most of the time, women lack. Why? Because men operate from a more logical space most times. Now, I'm talking about a balanced masculine. I'm not talking about a masculine that's in tune with their feminine more so than their masculine. I'm not talking about a masculine that is in their shadow energy. I'm not even talking about a masculine that's bisexual. I'm talking about a balanced masculine energy that is a masculine of center and balanced in their masculine energy. You're applying more logic than you are emotion, okay? Women, we're going to apply all the emotion, because that's what we're good for. We are comprised of water. We are connected to Mother Nature, which is comprised of mostly water. Therefore, we move like the water. The moon is going to affect us. What phase is the moon in? That's going to affect us. When the ocean is doing its thing, you feel me, that tsunami or whatever, we're going to feel that. We're going to be connected to that. Just like our relationships. We could be going this way and everything could be going like this. And all of a sudden, here we go, revving up to get ready to, and that's just us. So this season is giving us the energy of developing emotional intelligence. Some of y'all need to travel more. Y'all stuck. You heard me say earlier, you're stuck. You stuck in the same spot. Some of y'all grew up, and I was just talking to somebody else about how Tupac made that song to live and die in LA. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a cool ass song. I know, I love Tupac. I love me some Tupac. It's very unfortunate that the God is not here to experience this physical 3D reality with us, but a lot of Tupacs have been birthed since his transcendence, and I'm here to say that I've been a witness to a lot of great people, just like Nipsey for one. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of Nipseys were birthed since his transcendence, and I've witnessed that as well. Okay, but what I'm saying is, y'all getting stuck. Y'all was born here. Y'all ain't seen nothing outside of LA. Y'all done had your ass in LA from the time you came out your mama's situation, and you've been in LA your whole life. Some of y'all don't even want to leave. Y'all ain't even set the expectation to visit or travel nowhere, and that's why your mind is crowded right now. They're giving a vibration of, it's time for you to travel. It's time for you to get comfortable. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Get comfortable with having to move and switch your environment up. Get comfortable with having to navigate a new reality for yourself, because it's time. It's giving its time. It's time for you to see life differently. It's time for you to see people that are different than you so you can take on new perspectives. You can develop new perceptions. You can refresh your mind. Do you hear me? So you can refresh your mind. I haven't traveled like that, y'all. And so that's even a message for me because I do desire to travel more. I've traveled to a few places, but baby, the furthest I've gone was Miami. That's the furthest I've gone. And the only reason I got there is because I had a girlfriend that I traveled with and we traveled there together. I don't think that I would have booked a solo trip to Miami at that time. I don't think. I can say for sure I would not have done that. Okay, for sure. Other than that, y'all, I've kept it very local. You know, and when I say very local, I mean maybe a couple states over, a state over. That's it. I have not been out here like that. So I'm talking personally right now. Y'all need to see more. We need to see more. We need to experience more than the same four walls, the same city. That city is the same. Is it not? Is it not? Then that song was cool, Tupac, but it's like, come on, who's just one? You talking about to live and die in LA? Where are we gonna see something else? Are we gonna be somewhere else? Are we gonna get a taste of anything else, or we just want to stay right on here? You know what I'm saying? Or wherever you are, to live and die in Miami. I don't care, wherever you are. So that's what I got for you all on today. Again, we're moving into Thursday. If you are wanting to book a one-on-one appointment with me, check my description box. All of the information will be there. We're just moved into our new suite in Inglewood, California, where I am taking Yoni Steam clients, Reiki clients. I do have in-house materials that will be available only to those who stop in to shop with us. So send me a DM or wherever you are, depending on which platform you're on. Send me a message and let me know if you're interested in booking an appointment. I only work on an appointment basis, okay, out of the studio space. Other than that, we can still do all things virtual. You can still book your virtual readings with me. You can still book your personal virtual consultations with me, your couple sessions. All of that can still be done virtually. However, if you want the intimacy, okay, of vibrating with the goddess in person, you now have that option. It is available, okay? And don't forget, okay, Friday is the Soul Unity Speed Dating Experience. We are meeting at from 9 to 12:12. Doors open at 9. We have beautiful people in the space. Beautiful vendors are expected to come out. Chef Ron's going to be there making a hit, okay? Our jerk mushroom tacos as well as chicken for those who enjoy chicken. And just pull up, catch a vibe. Even if you don't want to speed date, just come catch a vibe with us. Be in a different frequency. Treat yourself to a different frequency. Ashe? Okay, y'all, Ashe, I love you. Have a prosperous night. Have a prosperous week. And have a prosperous eclipse season and cycle, okay? Don't let this eclipse pass you by without you getting your real medicine in. Because if you don't, shit's about to shake you up. The rug is about to be pulled from under your eyes. And you can't say I didn't tell you. Reverend Soulflower loves you, okay? Be well, y'all.